Welcome to the first video in our educational series, Introduction to Investment in Startups and Small Enterprises. In this video, we will explain what's exactly a startup and what makes it different from small business. It might be confusing for some people to see the difference between a startup and small business. According to Silicon Valley entrepreneur Steve Blank in 2010, he says, "A startup is an organized form to reach for a repeatable and scalable business model." So let's see why we call a company a startup. Think of companies like Facebook, Uber, Airbnb, etc. All of these companies in its early phase were called a startup. So we can say that the startup is a company with a business model that targets to significantly impact and disrupt the current market. But on the other side, the small businesses are companies that offer local services, such as grocery shops, car service centers, educational centers, etc. So, let's further discuss the aspects of each business model from different perspectives, such as business goals, growth plans, in-target, and funding. First, business goals. The main target of the startup is to disrupt the market with an aim to grow as quickly as possible, as it has a scalable and impactful business model. Let's take Uber as an example. Uber has disrupted the market of private transportation when they changed the traditional way which people used to move locally by taking a taxi or other form of local transportation. Uber caused a tremendous impact on this market of local transportation. Think about how the business of taxis before and after Uber. On the other side, small businesses don't seek to disrupt the market or break into a completely new market. You just have the desire to run your own business that could generate profits. So we can consider the taxi as an example of a small business that generates profit. The startups are typically founded in the technology industry, while small businesses are often what we consider main street businesses, such as local coffee shops, grocery stores, repair shops, and more. Although these businesses aren't disrupting the market, they are the cornerstone of local economies and employment. Second, growth plans. The startup has a tremendous potential of growth. It's a business model that is designed to not only dominate the local market, but to expand to the international market too. Customers of one startup can count by millions or billions, such as Facebook, Twitter, and many others. On the other hand, the small business has a limited number of customers, and it's designed to run profitable local business, as we explained previously. Third, end target. When you start a small business, you target to stay in business and generate profits. At the end, you may pass business to family members or sell it. While startup is a temporary organization, which ultimately either turns into a big company through integration with another big company or goes public through listing in a stock market, which is known by IPO, Initial Public Offering. So, the main reason behind naming it as a startup is that when founders kickstart the business, the startup may change the business model multiple times until they find the product or the service that fits the market. Fourth, funding. Usually startups thrive to move quickly to dominate the market, especially for these startups that have the merit of being the first ones to arrive or open a new market, such as the case of Airbnb as an example. Startups seek funding to scale up quickly. They usually raise funds from venture capital investors or angel investors in return for equity in the startup. Startup funding will be explained in detail in another video. This process changes in the ownership form of the company. While in small business, the company owner usually depends on his/her savings or department financing such as loans to start their operations. Key takeaways. Startups are different from small businesses. Startups usually seek to enter a new market or already existing market, but with competitive advantage that allow it to compete in the market. Startups have huge potential of growth up to millions of customers. It can operate globally, contrary to small business, which has a fixed business model that's designed to operate locally and on a limited level. Some startups want to scale quickly to dominate the new market if found, so they raise funds from investors who are willing to fund these startups in return of equity in it. With that said, we come to the end of our video. If you liked it, press like, share with your network, and don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in future content. This will help us to grow and provide more professional content that helps you to be a better opportunity hunter and super smart investor. Oh, don't also forget to activate the bell icon so you get notified with our new content.